Rural Heritage on RFD TV is brought to you by Rural Heritage Magazine, a bi-monthly magazine featuring articles about farming and logging with draft animal power, small-scale diversified family farming and homesteading, and other aspects of our rich rural heritage. Rural Heritage Magazine, borrowing from yesterday to do the work of today. For subscription information, please call 319-362-3027 or order online at www.ruralheritage.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Mishka, welcoming you to another episode of Rural Heritage TV. This week we're going to Campbellsville, Kentucky, where the Homeplace on Green River hosts their annual Spring Plow Day. In addition to visiting with some teamsters and watching them plow with their horses and mules, we look on as they compete in a log skidding contest. If you enjoy seeing how our ancestors lived during America's rural yesterday, you're going to love looking at these books. Volume 1 is fieldwork showing horses and vintage tractors preparing seed beds, planting, cultivating, and harvesting the crop. Volume 2 shows the work being done in the barn and farmyard, feeding and watering the livestock, getting the crop into the barn, milking the cows, shearing the sheep, and collecting the eggs. In Volume 3, we go inside the home to see the family in the kitchen canning vegetables, in the parlor listening to the radio, and in the dining room for family supper. We also head into town to shop at the general store or visit on the town square on Saturday night. Each book has over 140 large format pages. They sell for $24.95 each, or you can buy two for $44.95, or all three for $54.95 plus shipping. Call 1-877-647-2452 to order. That's 1-877-647-2452.
My wife and I moved down here last May trying to homestead, and we wanted to find every opportunity we could find to try to learn about farming, homesteading, and get into the life. We came to a hog butchering here in October of 2021 and decided that, this was a great opportunity to learn from, and they actually invited us to be board members. So my wife and I decided that what better way to jump in and learn about it than to volunteer. So about October, November timeframe, we became board members and just having fun learning about all the stuff here at the farm. What I'm trying to do is make my family more self-sufficient. So, we're starting to raise our own animals. We have goats and pigs and chickens and some ducks now. And we're planting our own garden. We're trying to learn about selling the items and making it more lucrative for our family as well, just to kind of put some money back into it. But the biggest part of it is just conservation and preservation of the land. I've got 2 young boys, ages 11 and 7, and I've got 2 older girls that are already grown and gone, but they missed out on this part. It does lend itself. I took an early retirement basically from my government service and decided that taking a little bit of a pay cut, or more substantial pay cut I should say, and staying home with them day in and day out lended itself better to our family's way of life and our family's function, because I've got, as any family anymore, a child with ADHD. So I tended to be out of work more than I was in work. So it helped me to be home with him and kind of teach him one-on-one and give him that attention. I have no experience. I was actually born and raised around the city. I lived in St. Louis most of my life, so I didn't have any experience with this, but I actually came to know this through YouTube, trying to learn different ways to make myself healthier. I'm on a weight loss journey, so we're trying to eat more vegetables and fresh foods straight from our garden. That way we know what we're getting and we don't have to worry about pesticides and herbicides and stuff like that. We have 6 piglets. We bought 2 pigs and they both had babies. We still have the 2 pigs. So a total of 8 pigs, 30 chickens, 2 goats, and about to buy our 3rd goat, and 2 ducks, and a nice big garden.
You were pretty familiar with the college then when you signed up as a freshman.
Yeah. That's partly why I decided to go to Berea, because I just knew it so well. I'd been taking lessons from a professor of traditional music for about 6 years, and then started being part of the bluegrass ensemble. So that's sort of how I saw how Berea was just a really awesome college, and I would like to go there. So applied and got in. So.
Sure. And so then now you're also studying in the horse program or the forestry program, or both? Or
Yes. My labor position is every student has to work like 10 hours a week in sort of to trade out for tuition. And so my position is assistant forestry technician. So I get to work mainly with the horses. A lot of that's like horse care, like cleaning out stalls and brushing the horses, but sometimes I get to help actually horse logging, pulling out logs, and I don't know, sometimes bucking logs or helping fell trees or whatever they need. Yeah. Yes, I would definitely recommend Berea because it's a pretty amazing opportunity to get to work with horses as well as study something academically. This is actually the second time I got to plow, I think a couple weeks ago for the first time. So I got a little
At
bit
Berea
of,
then, at the
yeah, at Berea.
a little bit different when it's at home with not as much distractions around.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely makes a difference there. A lot. It's a lot easier to stay in a straight line.
Hi, I'm Joe Mishka of Rural Heritage Magazine. I'm on location of one of the many events we cover that celebrates our rural heritage. If you enjoy our show, check out our magazine, where you'll learn more about the people that blend the past with what works today. You can save almost 20% off the newsstand price by subscribing at ruralheritage.com or chat with us at 877-647-2452. That's toll-free, 877-647-2452.
Yeah, I started at Berea in 2014. I worked with the forestry department since the end of 2016, and I've been there ever since. I worked in their program for 3 years as a student, got hired on full-time as a staff member, and I've been working with the draft horses since about 2018 in their program.
Okay. When you started there weren't any draft horses yet, were there, or were they? Were they just getting going?
Well, there were 2 horses. They weren't on site. You know, Ben had them over at his property.
Okay.
And then, because Bob had passed away, so originally Bob Warren purchased the horses, and he was in the forestry department. He passed away, and the school bought the horses from his wife, and then they didn't really have anybody to tend them, so I stepped up and started taking care of them as a student, and I did some apprenticeship and worked the horses, and it's kind of grown from there. And we moved in, started in an old tobacco barn, cleaned it out, put a couple horse stalls in it, a roof on it, and now we're building a 10-stall horse barn on a new farm, 55 acres. Hoping to cut it all in hay, have about 28 acres of pasture, and we're up to 4 college-owned horses, a team of foals and a team of mares, and about 4 to 6 other head of work horses owned by staff members that we use in the forest. Today we come out, we were invited out to the Homeplace here to do a plowing. We brought the horses, and we brought a bunch of students to give them a chance to try to plow out in the public and kind of get a little exposure and create some connections with some other nonprofits for the college. We did a test plot and plowed at the house, and or at the college rather, plowed up about a 1/4 acre and did a couple little plots here and there for people. Everybody did really well, but you get in the public and you get a little more nervous, and we got people learning for the very first time, but you know, there's no better teacher than experience, so we just let them try and let them fail and then help them and move on, you know.
Some rounds go better than others. Nobody's gotten hurt.
No one's gotten hurt.
Broke an evener.
Been really safe. Yeah, we did. We broke one. Just take a little break and unhook and rehook again. The students did well. You know, I had Ruben. Everybody was real calm. That's what I'm looking for, is just safety. You know, we'll worry about the production and the skill set will come later. Just give them a chance to try something and then be safe about it. And then as we do it more and more, the skills will come.
That's really the measure of success, so long as nobody gets hurt, really.
Yeah,
So
that's
everything's safe.
it's our safety, the horse's safety, and then the job. As long as we keep it in that order, everything will be all right.
Which is very true for logging.
Absolutely, yeah. We want to log, we want to do a good job, we want to get some production out. But for our purposes, we're using logging as a land management technique, so we don't have to pull load to pay the light bill. So what we're doing is, taking our time, doing the land the way it should be done, and giving the students time to learn and, learn a little bit about the culture and history, as well as the forest management and everything that goes into the overall encompassing horse work, forest management as a whole. As long as everybody's safe and they have a good time and learn and hopefully walk away with appreciation for the woods and the animals, then I think we've been successful.
Sure.
This program is available for purchase. To order your copy, please call 319-362-3027 or visit www.ruralheritage.com. Rural Heritage is a bi-monthly magazine dedicated to draft animal farming and logging, as well as other aspects of our rich rural heritage. It is published by Mishka Press, which also offers a complete line of Back to the Land books, DVDs, and calendars. Call or write for a catalog or subscription information, or visit our website at www.ruralheritage.com.